So, especially recently, you may have been feeling a lot of intense or painful emotions coming up. There's a lot of things going on in the world at the moment, and our reality is changing at an accelerated rate. Mother Earth is healing and releasing, and so are you, which will culminate in a beautiful rebirth. But like the birthing process, it can also sometimes be incredibly painful. The energy of the earth is changing, and so that's also bringing up a lot of stuff within us. And then there's all of the personal changes we're experiencing. This can often be a joyous, expansive process, but before a summer of expansion and manifestation dawns, there's often a few intense storms that have to move through first. These can manifest as physical sensations in the body and chaotic, disturbing, dark thoughts in the mind. You may have believed that these thoughts are you talking to you, but the truth is, they're not really you, and they're not essential to who you really are. They may need to be seen and acknowledged with compassion. They may need to be recognized as part of your energy system calling for your attention. But ultimately, there are two options here, shall we say. When these emotions arise, there is an option to believe in and identify with the painful thoughts that often accompany them. You can follow these thoughts and get lost in the stories that they weave, further increasing inner turmoil and pain. But there's another option. You can see them objectively as simply thoughts that are the byproduct of an activated emotional body and nervous system, and to know that they will eventually calm down when the wave is over. They may seem so real at the time, they may seem so powerful, but you are the only real power here. Can you zoom out for a moment and see that there is a space in which these thoughts appear within? They appear in a space or on a screen of awareness. They're like a sound appearing in this space, like a podcast or movie playing in the background. You can listen to and believe in the thoughts, or you can remain aware of yourself as this space of awareness. You can withdraw attention from the mind and place it on sense perceptions. You can instead simply see what you're seeing, hear what you're hearing, feel what you're feeling, and sense that inner stillness. The gaps in between the thoughts. Can you notice that there is this awareness, this observer position, which is completely independent of thought? It's stable, silent, objective, and simply watching the thoughts as they come and go. Intense thoughts and feelings come and go in this wide open space of awareness that you are. They appear and disappear. They may rage with intense ferocity, but something remains constant. The awareness itself, the consciousness that is your true self. So when intense emotions arise, instead of getting caught up in the thoughts about them, the invitation is to feel the feelings, allow them to process, and to allow the deep brain and nervous system to intuitively heal. The brain, the nervous system, and the emotional energy body wants to heal. And it can intuitively heal by itself with the small you out of the way and the larger you, this loving, compassionate space around the thoughts and feelings, allowing it all to happen. In this wide open space of awareness may appear a character made out of thoughts and feelings. You may have thought all along that you were this character and believing in everything it says. But now you've taken a step back, shall we say. You're not trying to bypass or ignore the thoughts and emotions. You're acknowledging them. You acknowledge the relative truth in some of them, even though you recognize that they're not the ultimate truth. If the character feels angry, you can allow the character to feel the rage and go through the emotions and let itself tighten itself up until that energy blows off. You can allow the next thought to come, the next thought, image, or memory, and watch it all go past like a movie. You may even experience certain revelations and realizations along the way as you allow the feelings to process. So zoom out for a moment and notice what's happening in your reality right now. Not the thoughts about what's happening, but just the raw sensations in the body. Can you feel the energetic vibrations, the pulsations, the contractions appearing to come from inside the body? The mind might label them as anger, sadness, fear, contraction, tension, but can you, for a moment, get underneath all the labels and just experience the pure physically felt sensations? You can allow yourself to become a little bit more activated by feeling for the most dense or intense sensation in the body now. And even visually looking down at it can have it activate a little bit more. This time you're taking the counterintuitive approach. Instead of trying to avoid or numb these feelings, you're allowing yourself to begin sitting with them for a moment and allowing them to move through. Simply stare at it, feel it objectively. You can even experiment with beginning to welcome it a little bit. Know that you are safe to experience this. Find inner and outer resources to tap into if you need to stay rooted in support and safety as you feel these sensations and the processing happens. Breathe into it, feel it a little bit more, and simply watch all the thoughts and feelings go past like a movie. Know that as you open up to these bodily sensations more, the thoughts and feelings may temporarily get more intense. You're dropping your resistance. A space is being created. And in that space, repressed stuff can flood in, but like all waves that peak, they eventually subside. Stay grounded by seeing everything you're experiencing as an objective appearance. It's just what's appearing. It may not be pleasurable or comfortable right now, but the real you is this objective, silent space of awareness that surrounds it all. From this place of objective observation, the emotional energy moves. Dualities in the mind begin to collapse, and you may start having realizations, revelations about where these feelings originally came from. Memories may surface. Allow them to come and go without needing to alter or change them. Just recognize them, honor them. Imagine you could breathe light into those sensations in the body. Imagine breathing out stagnant, dark, stuck energy. Breathe in the light and breathe out the heaviness or stagnation, and feel the sensations start to move, shift, and often release. They can often feel like they're gradually moving upwards, perhaps eventually into the throat and face, and maybe you shed a few tears. Breathwork and yoga can also help coax these stuck energies out of the body. Then settle into noticing that in the background of it all, you simply are. Amidst the intensity of the emotions, there is a deeper truth. You are aware. You are this space in which it's all happening. You are this awareness itself, not the mind, not the body or the emotions, but this limitless consciousness that contains it all. Now, from this perspective of spacious awareness, notice the space around the sensation. And then feel the body and scan the body and try to locate any neutral or even slightly positive feelings. Feel into the body for any more expansive feelings, perhaps feelings of spaciousness, warmth, or even a subtle joy. Allow yourself to expand into it and relax into it by allowing those feelings to expand as you give them your attention. Then you can slowly allow your attention to pendulate between the two, to pendulum swing between the two, the contracted, difficult sensation and the more open, neutral, or pleasant sensations. This is the natural process of emotional healing, allowing the feelings to be fully felt, breathing into them, watching them with curiosity and openness, and then reconnecting to the spaciousness that's always here. And as you do this, the nervous system starts to discharge the stuck energy. The body starts to unwind and relax, and the mind starts to settle down. And from this place of increasing settledness, new thoughts and perspectives can emerge. More empowering thoughts, hopeful thoughts, harmonious thoughts, thoughts that are more aligned with the truth of who you are. And this is a journey, and it takes time. A lifetime of conditioning doesn't unwind overnight, but every time you allow yourself to feel and to process and to release, you're taking a step towards freedom on the level of the body and mind. The freedom that's already here in consciousness, because you are this consciousness that's already free from these thoughts and feelings. You are not the pain, and you're not the struggle or the challenge. You are the vast, open, aware presence that's lovingly and compassionately holding it all. And this presence, your true nature, is unbreakable, unstainable, unperturbable, and forever at peace. Keep recognizing this truth by zooming out and noticing that the thoughts and feelings cannot harm this space of awareness that you are. Keep feeling and releasing, keep breathing and watching. The clouds will part and the sun will shine again. It always does. You are the sky, vast and open. The emotions are just the weather passing through. Let them come and let them go. You remain unchanging, free forever. The storm may take a few minutes to move through, perhaps a few hours, or in some situations or in modes of deep healing, you may have intense emotions moving through for several days. Be patient. You got this. You're healing. And after several layers have been released, and you've had some time to fully process and integrate and come back to a state of equilibrium, you may actually have a creative burst. The external world is, shall we say, a reflection of the inside. And because you're shifting on the inside, the outside world is going to follow and shift too in some way. It's not always sunshine and rainbows instantly, but you may also find a summer dawning and a lot of manifestations and desires coming through. They were originally blocked by these emotional blockages. But as you're releasing and healing and dropping those old identifications, a new person arises within you, a more resilient person who's been through the trials and tribulations and emerged strong. Remember, all of the greatest inventors, influencers, leaders, and change makers suffered greatly at some point in their life. To create a diamond, you need the most intense pressures. And you've been feeling some intense pressure, but you're going to come out a diamond, baby. For one-on-one coaching inquiries, go to speaktoalex.com. Only for those serious about full transformation. See you in the next video. Peace.